Versus Putin. It's like the Thrilla in Manila, but this time it's the rancor in Anchorage. This is just another day. Today, Donald Trump met with Vladimir Putin in Anchorage, Alaska, in an effort to somehow end the bloodshed between Russia and Ukraine. It's a meeting that, frankly, shouldn't even be happening, mostly because of this.
As you know, I get along very well with Putin. I would tell Putin, gotta settle. I would tell Zelensky, you gotta settle. I would tell one, you're gonna load up with money. I'd tell the other, you're not gonna get any money. I would get a settlement in 24 hours.
Well, now it's August, and we are slightly past the 24-hour deadline, but who's counting? Except for the people who voted for Trump based on that campaign promise. The point is, today the President of the United States flew on Air Force One to Anchorage, which was the agreed-upon location for this meeting. It's on U.S. soil, so Trump likes it because he owns the turf, and Putin likes it because he owns Trump. Plus, afterwards, he can hit up the Crazy Horse Gentlemen's Club. Crazy Horse, if you're in Anchorage looking for a strip club, we're your only choice. Now, before either leader's plane even touched down, there were a lot of feelings being expressed about this meeting. Piers Morgan offered some words of encouragement, tweeting, "As President Trump lands in Alaska, I wish him the very best of luck in trying to secure an end to the horrendous war in Ukraine. It's refreshing to see a U.S. president who generally prefers peace to war." Unfortunately, Pierce's kind note was slightly undercut by the photo he attached, an AI pic of Trump wearing knee pads. Pierce was intending to say that Trump could get the job done, but the photos suggest a whole different type of job. But petty distractions aside, it was the warm reception waiting for Trump that would give him the confidence he needed heading into the summit. Okay, so maybe not the full confidence of the people. And thank God it's August. If this meeting were taking place in February, it would be one lone Yeti toughing it out in the streets. But there have been a lot of questions in the lead up to this meeting, some of which Trump actually took en route.
What will make a success of this summit today?
I can't tell you that. I don't know. There's nothing set in stone.
And that, my friends, is how you do international diplomacy. It's all about freeing your mind from the pressures of accomplishing anything. But come on, surely Trump must want something to come out of this, right?
I want to see a ceasefire rapidly. I don't know if it's going to be today, but I'm not going to be happy if it's not today. Everyone said it can't be today, but I'm just saying I want the killing to stop. I'm in this to stop the killing. You know, we're not putting up any money. We're making money. They're buying our weapons, and we're sending them to NATO, and NATO's sending us big, beautiful checks. But I don't care about that.
Yeah, I don't care about money at all. That's why I brought it up, to illustrate how little I care about it. In fact, I constantly talk about being rich, getting rich, and having things only rich people can afford as a form of self-imposed suffering, so I can appreciate the stuff in life that really matters. My love of dance. Now, one of the major questions on everybody's mind, besides why wasn't Zelensky invited to the conversation about his country, is what's going to happen to all that land Russia stole from Ukraine.
Look, Vladimir Putin wanted to take all of Ukraine. If I wasn't president, he would right now be taking all of Ukraine. But he's not going to do it.
Lowering expectations while still making yourself out to be the hero. If I wasn't president, Putin would take all of Ukraine, but as the world's preeminent negotiator, watch as I aggressively talk him down to just the parts of Ukraine he's already taken. It's worth taking a step back for a moment here to acknowledge that while we live in a highly divided nation, one of the things most Americans actually agree on is their dislike of Vladimir Putin.
What about views of Vladimir Putin?
Yeah, what about views of Vladimir Putin? I mean, this guy is hated across the political spectrum. Unfavorable view of Putin. Look at this. Among all adults, 88%. Among Republicans, 84%. Independents, 88%. Democrats, 93%. You rarely ever find Democrats and Republicans united as much as they are on the issue of Vladimir Putin. The bottom line is they don't trust him and they don't like him.
You can't get much clearer than that. They don't trust him, they don't like him. It's how children feel about Stephen Miller. But this is what makes the stakes of this summit so high. Donald Trump, the self-proclaimed leader of the free world, about to meet one of the world's most ruthless autocrats that America unanimously despises. Putin is a man who has wreaked havoc on one of our democratic allies and shown time and time again how little respect he has for the words of our president. And Trump has publicly signaled that he's done being Mr. Nice Guy.
I don't know what the hell happened to Putin. I've known him a long time, always gotten along with him, but he's sending rockets into cities and killing people, and I don't like it at all.
Quote, I'm not happy with the Russian strikes on Kyiv. Not necessary and very bad timing. Vladimir, stop.
Look at that. Some tough talk from Donald Trump. When you combine that with his experienced negotiating skills, art of the deal, I think we're about to witness, through body language, a clear message that this meeting is based strictly on necessity, not friendship. Or our commander-in-chief could clap his hands with the same degree of excitement of a dog who hears the garage door opening. I mean, my God, Trump wouldn't even share his umbrella with his wife, and she let him have sex with her once. How did it go when these two actually met? As I was saying, a meeting out of strict necessity, not friendship. Well, after a short photo op and a meeting behind closed doors, both men stood in front of their respective podiums and told us how it all went. Mr. Putin?
Today, when President Trump saying that if he was the president back then, there will be no war. And I'm quite sure that it would indeed be so. I can confirm that.
Ugh, come on. Do you really think Donald Trump is going to fall for that type of blatant ass-kissing?
Today, I've always had a fantastic relationship with President Putin, with Vladimir. We had many tough meetings, good meetings. We were interfered with by the Russia hoax. That made it a little bit tougher to deal with, but he understood it. I think he's probably seen things like that during the course of his career. He's seen it all.
Yup, I bet he too has continually brought up things as a way to distract from his involvement with the child molester. It is shocking, but not surprising, that Donald Trump fawned over Vladimir Putin today. Through every action he's taken since being sworn into his second term, it's clear that all Trump wants is to finally acquire his membership card to the Autocrat Club. I mean, think about it. If somebody told you that Putin was using the military to crack down on cities whose leaders opposed him, or that he'd fired his job statistician because the jobs numbers weren't to his liking, or that he surrounded himself with oligarchs who get kickbacks from his government, or that he repeatedly quashed any form of dissenting media, would you even bat an eye? Not a chance. So why would we expect our president to get mad at a guy who has everything he wants? That's like Matt Gaetz hating on R. Kelly. Donald Trump is supposed to be the world's greatest negotiator, but after everything, this has been the takeaway from today, and from Fox News, no less.
It was just very unusual, atypical, and I think we're all awaiting, the readout, because the way that it felt in the room was not good. It did not seem like things went well, and it seemed like Putin came in and steamrolled, got right into what he wanted to say, and got his photo next to the president and then left.
When you put it like that, it almost sounds like our president is completely ineffectual and this meeting was a global humiliation. The good news? Trump still got one weapon left in his arsenal.
Vladimir, stop.
Works every time. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on this screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much.